This is Gerald Johan van Waas and the educational channel, which is developed to guide you with more examples and extra explanations regarding the book Sound in Form, also in 2 volumes, The Development of the Word and the Application of the Word, a theory which says basically that the words that we use and the letter combinations that are in the words are not random, but are really picked out to pinpoint ourselves into the right direction of thinking, of describing the things that we are describing with the letter combinations of these words. And this theory is the background and the backing of how to learn it, how to prove it, that there is something like this which exists in reality, but the videos are more a demonstration of how this works. And in the last video I explained some examples how we could perceive words in our daily existence. In the last video, by focusing upon a face and taking out the different aspects of the face, naming them and recognizing them in the letter combinations of the words of these aspects of the face. But let's now focus upon the face itself, the word the face. What is it doing? What is this describing? Face. What is the word face describing? I also compare it to other languages, tête, French, Gesicht, German, if they are describing the same thing by or not. Now let's take a random face, not extremely random. Maybe you recognize a face. It's at least a face for which I know that there is a copyright on it, which I own, which makes it more easy for me to use this face. Let's recognize a face as a word by using this image. So let's face the face and try to focus upon the face. First I take a distance. I'm not focusing very well. I'm not seeing very well. Where is the face? How can I face the face? Let's face the face with the word face. It's not just a face, it is really facing the face with the F. The F is the filter which I will apply first. The filter which will be used trying to take together what is most visible as pointing me in some direction of maybe this is going into a certain form or not. This is forming something or not. And the range of it that I take will define that there might be a form, a certain form underneath it. So the fe, which I have there as from face, is also taking together areas that are in development, as the A says. But the word is not written as A with an A, but with an A. It's really confusing with English because the A is actually the A. The A. And the A letter always says that it is there is the letter that we don't pronounce means that it is a letter that is in the background. And what does this letter A in the background says? That there is an object, an area that matters. So what we will do, and that is also the focus, so we'll try to focus, filter the focus in an area that is in development, and we will try to have it in our back in the minds. We will try to take out areas that become real. That what are we doing with fe already as written as A. Next, letter is the S. So with the S, we will, the S is always a result at the borders, so the result that tries to keep everything together that we still have, and we will do that in the way how it works best, to our best abilities to take these things together. And that's what we are doing, and that's what we are trying to do after focusing, seeing things in development, seeing what is lying behind there as objects, as separate areas that we can use, separate areas that we can name, separate areas that are real, and here we see them try to see them together. And how we will see them together, because it's not written with an S but with CE. CE, the C is about what is not a full circle, but which still hangs together. We try to keep together into one whole, and with the E we will again try to see which area is there in development. So we'll try to face the face, try to get out the image of the face in that way. That's what we're doing. That's what the sound combinations and letter combinations of face are doing. We are focusing upon the face and trying to face the face. It's not just the face. We try to get out the results so that we can recognize the face in the end. This is the same with the word tête. That's what I quickly had in my mind. Okay, I will take a French word, I will take tête. Not exactly what I expected when I thought of getting this as a synonym. But let's see what this word do, because the T is never a filter, so we will not filter anything. We will have a much more basic word, because T is really trying to focus upon what do we have as a functional object, a functional thing, the thing. The face is as the size of A. This is the A, the tij, and the tête, the t is then the areas within with a certain space. So the tête is very, very, very basic. As you can see here, not really a face. It is a head. It's actually more a head. It's very abstract. There's nothing personal about it. There's nothing of details around it. It's any face can be put onto it. It's just the head. And that is actually the real and good translation of this word. You cannot use it for the same kind of thing as described in the word face. So this is more, the conclusion is the word tête refers to a head with a face on it. Nothing more, very basic, but nothing like try to focus and see what we have here and see how we can communicate, how we can discover the different parts and the differences and the personality and all empathy that we can achieve there. It's not there in the tête. The tête is impersonal. Let's go to the next word, Gesicht. It is German. You can also have the Dutch word, Gesicht. It's almost the same. Let's face the face here. The face with the G will be something else. The G is also a filter that can be used, and it's a completely different filter. It is explained well in my book Sounding Form. The filter of F is trying to find directions in the noise, inside, in the detail. The G is the opposite. It's finding a way to focus upon the reflections, the reflections of the light, let's say. The reflections very much outside, and these reflections, they reflect towards ourselves like a bat is reflecting its waves, and the waves come back, and we try to focus and see, like, can we see something in it? It's a completely different way of filtering. One of the way to filter this, it's not with noise and that we go from a vague thing to a strong thing. No, we filter it by filtering the light with its reflection. And one of the ways to do so is through polarization. The polarization will glow with the G, as you can see already, the G and the L. You can even find the glow. We will even can describe it there with the letter combinations, but that's not what I'm talking about now. The G is glowing, and it will automatically find its edges, not its details in the middle. It will find its reflections with the G, the reflections at the outside. So let's form the word Gesicht. So the second letter is the Z, which is like the S a little bit. It is trying to find the hanging together results in there, as much hanging together as possible, and then again filters back inwardly to more detail, so that we have there a usable object in the filtering process. Gesicht. So the Gesicht is here, or Gesicht here, is also very comparable to face in the end, but it is a different way of filtering. But it is also like you try to focus on your on the face and see how it reflects to you also. So Gesicht is a different way than face, facing the face, but in a way they are describing the same kind of things. These were words which were of course more difficult to understand than words that are very pinpointing at objects, at physical things. This is more about the focusing itself. How shall I focus upon what I have here? With Gesicht and face, it was very clear that it is about focusing, trying to focus and recognize patterns in the pattern recognition of face recognition, even if you like. Anyhow, this was another demonstration as a guidance, as an extra, in addition to what you can find in sounding form in the book. The theory is in the development of a word as a separate volume, and extras, lots of extras, you will be able to find in the application of the word. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. The videos are there, hopefully every week another video, at least one. This was Gerald Johan van Was. There's a website too, just check it out. There's also a YouTube channel which you discovered. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like. This was it for this time. Thank you for watching. Thanks, bye bye.